Did you know that right now SpaceX is building an invisible empire in the sky? A massive network of over 2,000 satellites already circling the Earth, beaming information back and forth to military outposts, governments, and most importantly, Elon Musk himself. And while he says it's all about bringing fast internet to rural communities and the developing world, there's something much darker going on beneath the surface. Something both terrifying and brilliant, a system of complete and total surveillance baked into the very fabric of this new space-based internet. Welcome to my channel. Join me today as we uncover the real reason behind Elon Musk's Starlink and why he is really launching thousands of satellites into orbit. To really understand what's going on here, let's first take a look at what Starlink actually does. For those living under a rock, Starlink is a new space-based internet service developed by Elon Musk's private space company SpaceX. According to Musk, the goal is to create a broadband communications satellite constellation that will provide fast, cheap internet access to everyone in the world no matter where they are. This would truly be revolutionary since only 60% of people around the world currently have internet access and almost half of the planet has no access to the web at all. But when you dig deeper into the Starlink project, things start to get weird. For example, the cost. As of right now, the cheapest Starlink package costs $99 per month plus a one-time hardware cost of $500. But if you want to get Starlink in more rural areas, then the cost jumps up to $2,500 for the hardware plus another $150 a month for the service. Now, you might think that a satellite orbiting 3,400 miles above the Earth would be pretty hard to detect. But don't forget that these satellites are extremely powerful. Not only do they have high-powered transponders that allow them to communicate with each other, but they also have 12 photovoltaic panels that produce electricity for the satellite and power the equipment inside. These solar panels are nearly 22 feet wide and generate about 7,500 watts of power for the satellite. That's enough power to run a small household appliance. And this makes the satellite highly detectable through infrared cameras that are specifically tuned to pick up heat signatures. However, when you consider the fact that a satellite is moving at 15,000 miles per hour at an altitude of 3,400 miles, it turns out that you can't actually figure out its exact location based on its movement alone. This is because a satellite will appear to move across the sky at different speeds depending on your location on Earth. And with thousands of satellites orbiting around 3,400 miles above the Earth, it becomes impossible to figure out their exact locations without advanced tracking software. And because of this, the only thing you can really do is track their movement across the sky. So basically, if you see a satellite that looks like it's not moving, then it's probably not there at all. But if you see a trail of light streaking across the sky, then that's a good indication that there's a satellite passing overhead. Let me tell you about Project Tarsus, that's a massive DARPA program that seeks to develop AI-controlled drones that can fly alongside fighter jets and carry out air-to-air combat missions. Now imagine a world where these drones aren't just flying over a war zone, but instead they're flying over your neighborhood. What if they're watching your every move? Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe you think that I am just some tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist who believes that the government is out to get him. But the scary truth is that the US government already has plans in place for situations like this. Take a look at the National Security Agency's catalog of surveillance equipment, and you lines find that they are currently seeking a system called the Persistent Maritime and Ground Enterprise Modernized Tracking System, or PGEMTS. Sounds complicated, right? Well, it is, and that's exactly the point. The less people that understand what this system is, the better. In layman's terms, PGEMTS is a system that allows the NSA to track people on land and sea. Now, if you were a bad person, maybe you did try to hide from the NSA by getting on a boat and sailing out to sea. But thanks to systems like PGEMTS, the NSA can watch your every move, whether you're hiding on a boat or hiding in a cave. They will find you, and that's not just me saying it. In fact, PGEMTS is so powerful that the NSA claims that it can track people in moving vehicles, vessels, and aircraft with an accuracy of within 1 minute of the target's position. That means that the NSA can watch you drive down the highway or fly across the country or sail across the ocean. Nothing is safe from the prying eyes of the NSA, but there's something else hidden in plain sight. Take a look at the documents released by the NSA about PGEMTS. You lines notice that there is one thing that they haven't mentioned yet. They haven't talked about the most important part of the system, the satellites. While the documents do mention that PGEMTS uses space-based assets to track targets, they don't say anything about the actual satellites themselves. They don't talk about how many there are, where they're located, or how often they check in with ground stations. But the truth is that the NSA has over 2,000 satellites orbiting around the Earth at all times. And these satellites are constantly checking in with ground stations all over the world. That means that the NSA can track you anywhere on Earth, even if you try to hide in a remote jungle or on a deserted island. There's no place left to hide. Where robots are patrolling our streets and spying on our every move. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's actually closer to reality than you think. In fact, the NSA has already started to roll out AI-powered surveillance systems in real life. One example is their new AI-powered camera system that can automatically detect and identify people in a crowd. Another example is their new AI-powered drone system that can automatically fly into a dangerous area and collect intelligence. But perhaps even scarier is their new AI-powered satellite system that can automatically detect and track targets on Earth. Look, we've uncovered a lot of crazy stuff here. We've seen how Starlink can be used to spy on people and how the NSA is already using AI to control satellites. But now it's time for you to make your voice heard. What do you think? Do you think that Elon Musk's Starlink is really just a way to bring fast internet to rural communities? Or do you think that there's something more sinister going on? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.